Hey everybody, sorry about that. I ran out of memory. And so this is part 2 of my labor and delivery. If you have not seen part 1, I'll post a link down below so you can catch up. But basically, so where I left off was the nurse had checked me and I went from a 6 to 10 centimeters in like 20 minutes. And so they started prepping everything and I'm like, I gotta poop. I got every contraction. I was like, I gotta, and so they're like trying to track down a doctor who's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, where's the doctor? I gotta poop. He just kept saying, I gotta poop. And so, yeah, like, I remember the nurse that was prepping the bed where they take the baby. She's like kind of whispering over to, she's like, we might have to get ready for a non-doctor delivery or something like that. And I was like, no, we're not. No. Like, that's all I was like thinking, like, no. I was like, this doctor's catching my baby. He is catching my baby. After all the money I done paid him, he is going to catch my baby. And so I like pumped the brakes and I started breathing through the contractions and taking it a little bit slower and just trying to hold on and wait for him to get there. So finally he walks through the door and I'm like, yes. And so, you know, they're prepping me to push, like they scoot me down to the edge of the bed, put my legs in the stirrups, and yeah, they were like, with the next contraction you can push, and I'm like, bet, you know, like, you know, and so I grabbed the back of my legs behind my or back of my thighs, and next contraction, and I just pushed like I had to poop. Like, I was just like bearing down and, you know, trying to get her out. Like, without an epidural, you can feel all of that. So that helps me to push her out because I can feel everything that's going on. And, you know, it's not the most comfortable. So I'm trying to get her, like, get her out. Operation Get Her Out. And so strong pushes and, like, through each contraction, like, I could get, like, 2 pushes out. So I'm bearing down from there, like, push, 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 push. Okay, okay, stop. Take your breath. Okay, push, 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 push. So that happened, and I got her out in 3 contractions. Like, I remember that last contraction that I pushed her, and I'm just like, get her out. Like, I wasn't screaming or anything throughout my pushes. I'm just like, you know, kind of groaning and, like, you know, I wasn't really screaming. But that last contraction, like, you could feel, like, I guess her head, you know, was coming out, and, you know, like her shoulders, I think, were, because I was just like, get her out. So that last contraction, that last push, and the doctor, you know, he pulled her out and held her up, and like they laid her on me, but I was still out of it from that drug. So like I'm trying to, you know, kind of hold her, but they noticed, and she wasn't crying. So I'm like, oh, she's not crying. So I kind of touched her hair. And then husband cut the umbilical cord and they took her over to the table, and so they're like rubbing her and patting her and getting the stuff out of her lungs and fluid and everything. And I'm like, I was like, is she okay? Is she okay? Like, I'm still out of it. I'm like, is my baby okay? And so she finally cries her little wail, and she reaches her little big hand up in the air. I'm like, yes, thank you, Jesus. She was fine. Like, she started crying. And so, yeah, doctor delivered my placenta. That was quick. I barely even felt that. I was like, was that my placenta? He was like, yep. I'm like, okay. He checked me. I didn't have any tears. I didn't have any ripping or anything like that. I didn't need any stitches. So basically, I was up and moving like right after I had her and walking around normally. She was only 6 pounds, 8 ounces, and she was 19 inches long. I had her at 112. So basically my labor went from me getting my Pitocin really going good at 8 a.m. So it was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 15, 112 is when she was born. So a little less than 6 hours was the length of my delivery. So that's my labor and delivery story without an epidural. If any of you ladies are thinking about having a delivery without an epidural, it's definitely in this day and age still possible. You know, you just have to, you know your tolerance of pain. I have a super high tolerance of pain where I have to, like I've gotten tattoos and everything, where you just have to kind of go in that zone where you're kind of out of body and, you know, breathing through it. And, you know, I can go there, I can do that, you know, very easily. So you know, if you have a high tolerance for being uncomfortable, I definitely suggest that you try it, because it is an unforgettable experience and you can feel everything. Like, I feel like my pushing goes a lot faster with me not having an epidural, because I know what's going on down there. I feel how I'm pushing. I can actually feel her hair coming out with each push, and I'm feeling my progress, you know. And I don't know, I think, yeah, it worked for me. And so if I have another one, because we are going to try for a boy eventually, not anytime soon, but we are going to try for a boy, and I'm going to try to do it without an epidural again. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've gotten quite a few subscribers within the past couple weeks, and I just want to say hey. Thank y'all for subscribing. I appreciate it, my old subscribers. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. If you have been subscribed to my channel from when I was doing my natural hair videos, just stay tuned, because I am going to get back to those very, very soon now that all of this is out of the way. So I'll still be doing baby updates, but I'm going to get back on my hair. Yeah, so I think that's everything. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Like, you have no idea. So, yeah, once again, thank you. And I hope you have a blessed day. Until next time. Peace.